The Holistic Horses Hub is my business, and I just thought I'd give you a bit of background as to how it's come about, and hopefully impart some bits and pieces that are very close to my heart. So my horse business has been known as the ethical horsemanship. And some time ago in a networking meeting, we were looking at books and how they influence us. And one of the books that I was aware of is called Your One Word by Evan Carmichael. And it's all about what do I associate with, who am I, and what do I stand for? So at the time, I hadn't got a name for my business, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. So I did some thinking, and integrity and ethics came up. And ethics seemed to fit quite nicely. So I went with ethical horsemanship. So I thought I would share with you what ethical means to me, and it's an acronym. So here we go. There'll be lots of Hawaiian words in there. So if you need me to spell anything, just shout. Don't expect me to talk and type at the same time, because I can't do that. So E is for empowerment. That speaks for itself, I think. So when you're empowered, then you're confident, you're happy with where you're at, you make informed decisions, and generally life is good. Excellence comes into this, and there is a Hawaiian saying which is kina ole, and that means quality, world class. It means being the best you can be. So it's not about excellence to the point of, oh, I've failed or anything like that. So here we go. Sitting tight, doing the right thing the right way at the right time, in the right place, for the right reason, with the right feeling for the first time. So that's what kina ole means. Then we come to T. T is for truth, which is oeio. And it's about being true to yourself as well as to others. So we're very good at kidding ourselves sometimes. We don't lie necessarily, but we kid ourselves that we're okay, when actually the truth of the matter is we're not okay. And it might just mean that we need a hug, we might need a sit down and a cup of tea, or a glass of wine if that's your thing. So it's a matter of being honest with ourselves, because if we're not honest with ourselves, then we can't really expect to be honest with anybody else. H, humble, ha'a, ha'a. So humble is not about being less than, it's about standing in your power, knowing who you are, but not having to shout about it and not being in somebody else's face. So it's just, again, it comes in with that truth a little bit. So honesty, again, comes into the truth. Harmony. Are you in harmony with your surroundings, with the people around you, with yourself? I is for integrity, and what we call in Huna pono. So it's about being, again, it's about being pono with people and the situations around you. Intuition. I have, for a long time, been very good at, I thought anyway, looking and taking notice of my intuition and my gut instinct. And every time I've ignored my gut instinct, I've nearly always ended up in A&E. So that's not a good place to be. So I'm now following my gut for absolutely everything. So if I look at a jumper and I think, oh, shall I get that? If my gut says no, I'll go, no, okay then. Even though my head's saying, yes, but you like that color, or you like that style. So it sounds silly, but the more you listen to the gut, the more gut gives you. C for compassion, creativity, congruency. So again, comes back to that truth thing. Are you congruent? Do you mean what you say and say what you mean? A is for abundance. So we're all abundant. We're all wealthy. Doesn't mean monetary wealth. It's about the people around you, the things that you do. Maybe your passion, my passion, as you may or may not know, is horses. And my passion is about teaching as well. So, do you have that abundance? Aloha. So aloha is love. Uncle George said that God loved the Hawaiians the best because he didn't give them oil, he didn't give them diamonds, he gave them aloha. Aho nui is patient perseverance. Big lesson for me. Patient, I'm not always. Perseverance, sometimes I can go, well, I've tried it twice, I'll give up now. So it's about being consistent, setting those little steps and just keep going with it. It's also a bit about being adaptable and making little tweaks and little changes as and where they're necessary. L comes to lokahi, which means unity or oneness. And that again is not only with people around you, it's about being lokahi within yourself. So it's being at one with yourself, being happy with that. That doesn't mean to say you can sit on your laurels and not do anything more, but it means that you can develop and become more at one with yourself. So for me, ethics give us structure through principles and values so that we can create magic relationships, not only with ourselves, but with other people around us. So that's me done for now. Thank you very much.
That was absolutely perfect timing. You have 55 seconds until your 2-minute warning. Well done. That was brilliant. So we do have a bit of time. Does anyone have any questions or feedback for Stella? Laura!
So, I was just going to ask you, how do you pop all of these ideas and lessons together for your clients? How does that look?
I think because I live aloha and huna is part of my life, these are already in situ. So it's, I'm humble with my clients. I'm compassionate with my clients. I want to empower them. So it all depends. It's contextual, I suppose, and what they bring to the table as well, what they want to work on, and how. One of the things that I've done recently is I've looked at Gallup, which is looking at your strengths. It's a brilliant tool. And my top, or one of my top 5 is individualization. And so I'm able to look at someone else and work out what they need for whatever situation they find themselves in. So that comes with the adaptability, but it's a matter of making it really bespoke. So it's not a case of one size fits all. It's, and 2 people could come to me with the same problem, say relationship, but I would deal with them differently because they're different people and they have different things going on for them. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Perfect. Is Gallup something we could have a look at ourselves, or is it something that you kind of need to be trained to?
No, it's called gallup.com, and that's GALLUP. It's a psychologist called Clifton, and you answer a certain number of questions, and then they give you your 34 strengths, and you look at the top 5. Now, in business circles for a long time, people have talked about, look at your weaknesses and then make them better. No, Gallup doesn't suggest that. They say throw your weak ones out the window and focus on your top 5 and get them even better. And it's a really, really good tool, and work out how those top 5, whether they complement one another, whether in a particular situation, is that a hindrance or is it a help? So my top learner, and anybody who knows me will probably recognize this, my top one is learner. And I'm always learning. I'm a course junkie. And even if I'm not on a course, I'm in a book, or I'm on a course, or, you know, doing something. So, so it's quite interesting. My 5th one is achiever. And initially I said to someone, I don't know that that fits, because I was thinking academic achievement. And they said, no, achiever's about getting things done. And I went, oh yes, that's definitely me then. So it's quite interesting to look at that.